All right, so trigger warning on this one. This is about sexual. If you don't like sexual assault stuff, skip forward in the video. Am I overreacting for not liking what my boyfriend said? If we started having sex, he would not be able to stop. Now, you know I like to just do off rips, which means off rip. When I read the title, what do I think? I'm mixed on this one because it's like he probably just didn't know how to say what he was trying to say. He was probably just trying to convey how attracted he was to you. Like, oh, I wouldn't be able to stop. But like, it comes off weird. Whereas like I wouldn't be able to stop. What do you mean? And then, you know, girls be like I don't know how to explain it, but women, when it comes to being overpowered by men, they're all just like afraid of that. So you kind of got to know what you're saying and how to say it. Okay, and especially it depends on how long y'all been talking too. If this is a fresh kind of, you can't say something like that. But if y'all been together for a while, like she know you're not gonna rape her. You feel me? Or I should say SA, because that's what everybody says now. She's know you're not gonna SA her. But still, you're a man and she's a woman, so she probably scared because, like, you could if you wanted to. That's the crazy thing. You literally could. So, off rip, I'm mixed, but I'm leaning towards her side. Now, let me read it. I, 23 female, have been with my BF, 26 male, for about a year. Early in the relationship, I have talked to him about the SA I have been through. Okay, so there you go. Now he's wrong. Because if he already know you've been sexually assaulted or SA'd, he shouldn't even be saying nothing like that because he know your history. And I done talked to, it's crazy how many girls this kind of shit happens to. She said, for my mother's boyfriend from ages 10 to 16. Yeah, I know girls who that's happened to too. That's why I'm against like step parents and shit, because you never know. Especially if you got a daughter, you never know. You never know, bro. Dude might be trying to get in there. He could just like kids and just be going for the daughter. I'm getting off track. As you can imagine, it has greatly impacted me. Not only in general, but also very much so in my sexual life. I only started having sex at 20 with my first boyfriend. So this is the second guy I trusted enough to have sex with since that happened in my teen years. And he was really understanding and empathetic about my situation. But then something happened. And since I have never encountered any issue similar to this with my first boyfriend, I basically want to know if this is normal or not. About 3 days ago, my boyfriend and I were in bed and we were about to start having sex, but my phone started ringing. I stopped to check to see I see where this is going. She was probably, look, before I even read the rest of this, she probably was trying to stop and check the phone, and he was like, no, come on. She's like, no. He's like, you know, not to make light of the situation, but yeah, that's probably what happened. Let me continue reading. He then took my phone from my hand and threw it at the foot. Yeah, he was just trying to be sexy. He's just doing it wrong. He was just trying to be sexy, that's all. He's just not doing it right. When I tried to get up, he held me with my arms against the bed, and while kissing my neck, told me he could not stop because we were too far along and he wanted me too much. That's rapey. That's rapey. You can't say that. You can't say that, nigga. You can't say, oh, I want it too bad. I'm not stopping. What does that sound like, bro? You sound like a rapist, my nigga. You can't be saying shit like that, brody. You can't be saying shit like that, bro. Even if that's your girlfriend, you can't say, I can't stop. I need this. Like, you sound like a rapist, bro. I'm not reading the rest of this shit, nigga. I'm on her side, bro. And I'll be trying to go, like, because every time I read a story from a girl about a nigga, I'm always trying to be on the nigga side because I'm a nigga too. But y'all niggas suck. I can't even be on y'all side, bro. I'm not reading the rest of this. You lost. You're over with. Whoever the guy is, shame on you. Next story. Am I overreacting for holding a grudge over how horribly my 18th birthday went? All right, off rip. This is hard to say because it's not enough context off the title, but I'm going to just say yeah, because 18 birthdays, especially if you a dude, you should, past a certain age, 18 kind of young still, but past a certain age, you shouldn't really care about your birthdays like that, bro. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but you shouldn't even care about your birthdays like that. You a grown-ass man. I turned 18 back in February of this year, and since my 19th is coming up, things have been on my mind a bit more, and I can't help but feel a bit sad when looking back. My mother has always been overbearing and likes to micromanage all aspects of my life. Her birthday is also a day before mine. I believe this is relevant. My parents took me, okay. That might be relevant. I can already see where this is kind of going. She might be, yeah, I can see where this is kind of going. She probably wanted to do some shit for her birthday. Maybe she didn't have enough money for your birthday, or she just wasn't worried about your shit. She was worried about her birthday. You know, let me see. So this might not even be like, oh, I'm mad about the birthday. This might be, I'm mad because my mom don't show me enough attention, which is valid. My parents took me to New York with them for the first time. I was excited since it's a place I've been thinking about for years. And despite the experience, I definitely fell in love with it even more. We arranged for all the plans to be on my birthday, and my mother threw at least 3 separate tantrums, and we seemed to just not be able to get along the entire day. This sounds like this might be a girl mom. This ain't no boy mom. You know, boy moms love their sons. Girl moms, they be jealous of their girls. You know, they be jealous. So this might be a girl saying this, in which case I'm on her side a little bit more. And I definitely don't talk to some girls who have mothers like that who don't want to see them win, bro, or even older sisters or younger sisters. Like, just competition between women is fierce, and a lot of niggas don't realize that. But it is. Even intra-family competition, bro. Fast forward to the evening, we had a dinner reservation at the hotel we were staying at. And it was so nice Despite the horrible day, I was so excited. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read. Well, actually, this motherfucker don't have no punctuation in this hoe. That's really what it is. I can read, nigga. I'll take it back. I can read. Despite the horrible day, I was so excited, and I was looking forward to it. We haven't even ordered yet, and my mother had gotten mad at me for something minuscule again. Eventually, before the food had even arrived, my mother had stormed out, nearly crying. And eventually she came back and started berating me in the middle of the restaurant. I was crying at this point, but the food had arrived and I attempted to eat some. Y'all stayed after that? After that whole scene, she was yelling at you in the restaurant, y'all stayed? They didn't kick y'all out? I ain't gonna lie, if that was my restaurant, I would have said, y'all gotta get the fuck out. Y'all can't be in here yelling this shit. It's people trying to eat. It's a sit-down restaurant too, it sounds like. Y'all can't be in here yelling this shit. Niggas trying to eat. I'm trying to eat my smoked salmon, my ribs, my wings. And I look over, and y'all two niggas yelling at each other about nothing. I'm trying to eat. I would have told him, I'd actually would have snitched on y'all if I was in that restaurant, to be honest. I'd have called the manager over and said, yo, you got to get them out of here. I can't even enjoy my meal. If you don't get them out of here, I'm leaving a 1-star review on Yelp, bro. I'm taking this whole shit down. I'll be ranting, bro. I don't even remember where I was at. In the end, I ended up leaving as well and cried in the hotel room for the rest of the night. I eventually threw up the food. I'm not laughing. But this sounds like a horrible night, bro. I eventually threw up the food I ate with a splitting headache. And admittedly, I was even more sad about this because the food was actually good, lol. I never ended up getting a proper apology, since when she attempted to apologize, she started another fight by trying to pin the blame on me and call me weak. I'm not sure what to think, and it's been on my mind for quite some time. My family is quite upset. I'm thinking of not including them in my birthday plans next year. Or this year, she said. Or he. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. This sounds like one of those stories where it's like, it's not enough context. Like, why was she so mad? Did you do something wrong? Or she might just be a hater. She might just not like your ass, even though it's your mom. She might just be a hater. You know what I'm saying? That sucks, though. That's a bad John. If she really did just start teeing up and yelling at you out of nowhere, you're not overreacting, bro. She teed up on you. You're not overreacting. You're not. She's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm on your side. Next story. Am I overreacting? Wife won't let me travel to the funeral of my best friend's young son who died of cancer because she disapproves of my friendship with him. Yeah, you not overreacting. I don't even got to read the story. No, I do, because it might be a good reason for that. But still, like, bro, his son died? You can't go to the funeral? Shit, boy. But off rip, I'm on your side, bro. Nigga, son died? You can't even go be there for your boy. His son died. That's not even like just anything. His son died of cancer. That's like the worst thing that could happen to a nigga, bro. You should be able to go to that funeral. Even if your wife don't like him or she don't trust you around him, which is a whole different problem, honestly, you just take her with you then. Maybe y'all ain't got the money like that, then if that's the case, then that's a whole different story too. Then maybe you shouldn't go for financial reasons. But if it's because she disapproves of your friendship, like, that's a bad reason. That's a bad reason, bro. And honestly, that's a sign of an abusive partner. Unless she has a good reason for not liking your friend. I know niggas and girls too who get into relationships with people and they immediately, and this is a sign of abuse, and not even just always abuse necessarily, but being controlling, where it's like, I don't like that friend that you have. You need to drop him. I don't like this person you're around. You need to stop being around them. You need to do what I want to do all the time. Like, nah, that's not a good sign. But that's your wife though, so y'all must be locked in. I don't know. Pretty straightforward, actually. Although I didn't realize she felt this way until now. My best friend and I have known each other since college. He has had a number of struggles with addiction, but has now been clean for 17 plus years. I've stuck with him through all of it, though I never really dabbled in hard drugs at all. Mostly, our friendship has been long distance. We both lived in the same region for many years, so visiting was more frequent. But since moving to the West Coast, it's been a while since we have seen each other in person. Despite these circumstances, we've always talked every few weeks and been in each other's lives. I had not seen his son since my best friend was still married to his mom. This past summer, his cancer returned and he died on December 21st. He was only 25 years old. It's my best friend's only son. Yeah, bro. You need to go to that funeral, nigga. Fuck what she talking about. That's his son. And I get he was on drugs, but you a grown man. You said you was never into drugs. So what does that have to do with you, that she don't like the fact that he was on drugs? His only son died. The greatest pain that could happen to somebody, bro. Your only child, gone from this earth before you. You had to see it. You had to watch them die. And you can't go console your mans? Because she don't like him? Because he was on drugs 17 years ago? Shit, boy. Wouldn't be me. I'll go see my... Man, fuck what you talking about. And you grown as hell, too. Because if his son was 25 years old, that mean you probably like... And he was on drugs 17 years ago. You know where I was at 17 years ago, nigga? 17 years ago, I was... What was I? In kindergarten. I'm 22. I'm about to be 22 in January. I was in kindergarten 17 years ago. Like, you are a grown man, bro. And not only are you a grown man, I'm a grown man. I'm 22. But you're a grown man. You're an old man. Like, you're like 40-something, bro. 50-something, it sounds like. Like, nigga, if you don't tell that girl, shut the fuck up, I'm going to go see my man's, his son just died, have a heart. Have some empathy. And women love talking about empathy until it's something they don't like. Then all of a sudden, this shit don't matter no more. Empathy out the window. I don't like it. You can't do it. Fuck that. Go see that nigga, man. Go see that nigga. Give him a hug. Make sure he don't get on drugs again. Because that's another thing, bro, that triggers. I know people who do hard drugs. Like, I got family members who, to this day, can't get off drugs, bro. On me. And I know people who've been on drugs for their whole life from the city. And, like, one thing they'll tell you, bro, is, like, even if they do get clean, one thing that'll send them back is trauma. And what is that? What is it when your son dies? Your only son, your only child dies. Well, no matter if he was 25, 15, or 5. Your only son dies, you're sad. He might be thinking about going back to that pipe or whatever he was on, that smack, whatever. So you need to go see him for real. Because how would you feel if he start back up on drugs again? I mean, then again, though, he is a grown man. You're not his babysitter. If he started doing drugs again, that is on him. But you should go check up on your mans, bro, for real. I'm not even going to read the rest of this. Next story. Am I overreacting? No, not that one. I kind of like this one. All right. Am I overreacting when my brother's kids put my dog in the ER? Now, okay. I'm going to say this. If it was an accident, and depending on how old they were, and if you really got mad at them, yeah, you overreacting. If they was like toddlers, I don't know how a toddler would put a dog in the ER, though. And it also depends on the manner in which they did it. If it was like a deliberate, like, let me go get this dog and hurt him, then that's a sign of like sociopath, psychopath tendencies. You need to deal with that. And it might not even be no dealing with that. Because I think if you're born like that, you're just born like that. You're a psychopath forever. So you might not be overreacting. But if it was a genuine accident and there was no malice involved, you are overreacting. And depending on how old they were. If they're like 15 plus, 14 plus teenagers, and they fucked up and somehow fucked up so bad that your dog is now in the ER, then I say, yeah, you're not overreacting. But if they like 10 and under, you know, preteens kind of still pushing it to be doing some dumb shit, something so dumb to get a living being harmed to the point where they're in the hospital. So maybe like, if they like 10 and under, single digit ages, 9, 8, 7, and you're reacting badly about this, yeah, I'm on the other guy's side. That's just off rip, though. Let me read the story. My husband and I have hosted my brother and his family for Christmas for several years. They have 2 little kids. Boy who is 10 and girl who is 8. Yeah, boy who is 10 and girl who is 8. Nah, nigga, I'm not on your side. Well, let me see what they did. We've had an incredibly sweet and friendly dog for the last 6 years. He jumps up, but he just wants love. He's completely harmless and actually was a trained therapy dog until COVID. He is an absolute delight. Now, it doesn't matter what the dog was, bro. A dog is a dog. Like, not that I don't have no empathy for animals and shit, but a dog is a fucking dog. Like, you telling me all this about the dog, it's not like a human. It's like, I don't care. Okay? Every year, my brother and his wife plop themselves down, take out their phones, and proceed to not parent at all. Do you have kids? Because I don't like how you judging these people. Do you have kids? You got a dog, nigga. That's not the same as a kid. I don't like dog people who don't have the nuts to go out and have kids and pass their genes on, judging other people who do have kids. Parenting is hard. Now, I don't got kids either. I'm 22. I don't have no kids. But come on now. We all know parenting is not easy. It's way easier to have a dog where all you got to do is take him out twice a day and pick up the shit. And that's it. You got a kid, nigga. That's a full-time job. That's a human you got to watch all the time. If that human dies, it's on you. And you might go to jail. That's another thing. Your ass will go to jail. So I don't want to hear... And you don't see them in the house every day. You don't live with them. You don't know what their parenting is like. You see them, well, let me see. When do they plop down? Every year. Yeah, you see them annually. Maybe more. But you're talking about how they act on Christmas or whatever holiday or whatever the fuck. You're talking about how they act the one time you see them a year with their kids. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're tired from having to chase around a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old all day. You ever think of that? But no, you worried about your shitty dog. I hate dog parents. They swear they're as good as regular parents. You're not. It's not the same thing. You're not cool, my nigga. Stop judging these people, okay? You don't have kids. Where your kids at? Tell me that. Motherfucker, I'm gonna read the rest of the story. They bring thoughtless, lazy presents if they even bring anything. Now, that's a good thing to be mad at, nigga. It's Christmas. Bring some presents, bruh. Bring some presents. Don't be lazy. This year, they come in and the kids are feral, running around, tripping, almost knocking things over, just wild. Parents plop down. While I'm cutting tags off of dog toys, my niece plays with my dog toy. Or my dog with a toy. He gets excited and eats a huge piece. I don't want to freak my niece out, so I just grab my dog, tell my husband doggy is sick, and that we have to go. We induced vomiting and took him to the emergency vet. He was fine. While we're waiting at the vet, my husband's family is testing us nonstop. My brother and wife do not. My mother-in-law tells them what's going on. They lied to me afterwards and said they had no idea, which is why they didn't text. Everyone back home eats and exchanges presents. When we get back, my brother does a slow, obnoxious clap. Now that's, I don't know what the fuck that's about. That's some asshole shit. Now, nigga, I was just on your side, mostly because I have a special place in my heart for parents, because I want to be a parent one day. So I'm always going to take the parent side, but don't be slow clapping their dog. Like, I was just being mean to dogs and shit, but that is still their dog. It's not the same as having a kid, obviously, but that's still their dog. Don't be slow clapping. Like, what are you slow clapping for? Your kid did something wrong. What are you slow clapping for? His wife doesn't look up from her phone. I make the decision in that moment to kick them out. Dog isn't doing well. He needs to rest. We really need to wrap up. The kids are worried, so I play with them when we open our presents. I turn around for 1 second and see my nephew both push my dog off the couch hard. And a few minutes later, try to feed my dog chocolate. They're kids, though. The pushing thing I get. You got to, and I was like that as a kid, too, because I used to like to play fight with my cousins and shit. So I'm like, a dog, I'll not beat the shit out of a dog, but I'll play fight with a dog, too. Shit, I play fight with humans. That's how I play, especially if it was the boy. That's how young boys are. All normal young boys love to play fight, bro. You ever been around an 8-year-old boy? All he wants you to do is throw him off the couch, beat his ass. It's crazy. They're masochists, bro. They love getting fucked up. It is what it is. And trying to feed them chocolate like they're 10 and 8. They probably don't know. If they don't have a dog, they definitely don't know. But maybe you might have told them a few times. But again, they're 10 years old and 8 years old, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Cut them some slack and cut the parents some slack, because you don't know what they're going through either. But you're right, though, about now I see what you mean about the parenting, though, because why are you letting your kid feed the dog chocolate? Like, where were you when this was happening? Now her dog fucked up, and she got to pay for that. And that's another thing I'm not thinking about, too. Her dog fucked up, and vet bills ain't no joke. But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be paying for a pet, you might as well just have kids. What you paying for a dog for? That's not even really that's an animal, bro. Like, and maybe I'm biased, because my pops was like that, too. That's the same shit he used to tell me. That's why we never got a pet in the house when I was a kid. Because he was like, why would we take care of an animal, bro? He used to say, don't you realize if this nigga was bigger than you, he would eat you? I was like, damn, I didn't even think about it. Like, he would eat me, bro. All wild animals are like that. They would eat the fuck out of me. I still like cats, though. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. What am I talking about? My mother-in-law and family agree with me, saying everyone got their presents and they can take cake to go. The following day, my brother asked me why we kicked them out. Don't put kick them out in quotations, like you didn't just say you kicked them out 2 sentences ago. You said you decided to kick them out. That's what you did. Stand on it. Don't say kick me out like you put it in quotations like they didn't do it. This whole thing is a mess, bro. This whole thing is a mess. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let me finish. And I told them they didn't parent their children and put our dog in danger. Fuck your dog, lady. Matter of fact, why you ain't put the dog up? That's another thing I'm thinking about. Why you didn't put the dog in a different room? Like, there's kids around. You need to be thinking about that, too. Like, it's not just on them, feel me, to watch and see what's going on with your animal. Like, what should take precedence if there's 2 young children around who don't really know what it's like to be around a dog? They don't know that you're not supposed to feed them certain things and do certain things. When I was a kid, I used to want to feed the dog chocolate, too, because I'm like, shit, I like chocolate. Rover gonna love chocolate. Rover probably ain't never had chocolate in his life. I'm about to blow his mind. But you don't know you can't feed dogs certain shit. They didn't know. You can say not parenting. Nah, I'm on the parent side, bro. I'm on the parent side. I don't like what you're talking about. I'm alarmed by my nephew's behavior, which is more malicious. He pushed the dog. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up about so malicious. And it's a fucking 10-year-old play fighting with a dog, bitch. Like, what are we talking about? He was so malicious. He was trying to hurt my baby. Your dog ain't a human, huh? It's a dog. He tried to get a nigga chocolate. How is that malicious? It's malicious if he knows the dog can't eat chocolate. But if he didn't know the dog can't eat chocolate, he clearly liked that nigga, because what you think a kid is going to give away candy? Kids love candy. If he was giving that dog candy, it's because he liked the dog. He wasn't being malicious. He might have pushed him, yeah, but he's a fucking boy. And then, there's something else. A lot of women nowadays, bro, they don't like men at all. And they'll just go through any extreme length to suppress boyness and any sign of just being a boy in a boy. They want boys to be just like girls. They want the boys to sit there and be pretty and sit around and not. He's a boy. He wants to play fight, because that's why she said malicious, because he pushed the dog. That's exactly what she's referring to. He was so malicious. He was probably playing. I could see if he tried to gouge his eyes out or some shit or stabbed him. He gave a nigga chocolate and play fight with him. And you saying man, you wrong. I'm not on your side. Actually, yeah, I don't like you. Anybody and you could tell she one of them people who probably is antenatal, meaning she don't like the whole kid thing. She don't like that. But now you got a surrogate kid because you got a dog. You should have just had kids. That's really what this is to me. That's really what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the disdain of parenting and children in general. Not that you have a problem with this person's kids or how they parent. It just sounds like you don't like kids. And to that I say, fuck you, you're wrong, fuck your dog. Yeah. And anybody who has dogs or maybe don't have kids, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, because not having kids is one thing, but I know people like this, bro, who go out of their way to tell you they don't like kids. And it's just annoying. Like, we don't care that you don't like kids, and nobody gives a fuck about your fucking dog. Get it? Man, listen, bro. Next story, nigga. Am I overreacting for getting angry at my brother-in-law for hitting on my wife? No. Why is this a question? This is why Reddit is fake, bro. This shit is fake. What do you mean? Why is this even a question? And if, man, what? Okay, let me read it. Off rip, though, I'm on your side, but let me read it. I, 28 male, and my wife, 26 female, Brittany, have been together for 5 years. Shortly after we started dating, her younger sister, Angela, 23 female, began dating Ben, 27 male. They got married quickly, and they're now slowly divorcing. Okay. But because they share kids and a lease, the process is dragging out. Nightmare fuel. Imagine being a divorcee at 23 or 27. Like, y'all young as hell. And, you know, I was just going on about being antinatal, pronatal. But, yeah, if you're not ready to get married, you need to wait. Because, you know, you need to wait till you're ready. Because you don't want to raise kids in a broken home. Like, we were just talking about that with the sexual assault stuff. That's how a lot of that shit happened. Stepdads and stepmoms and shit, who don't really give a fuck about that kid because it's not theirs. This year, we had our usual large family Christmas dinner at Brittany's parents' house. I wasn't feeling so well, so I left shortly after eating. Brittany stayed behind to spend time with her family and her nieces and her nephews. At one point, Ben asked Brittany if she wanted to come over to their place afterward to play board games. They live a few minutes away, and Ben is a huge board game fan who frequently invites us to play. Angela looked exhausted, but seemed like she was planning to join, so Brittany was hesitant. After being asked a third time, she agreed. Ben then held out his pinky and asked her to pinky promise she'd come play. What? Wait, let me see who Ben is again. Ben is... Oh, hell no. You pinky promising my bitch, nigga? We gotta fight. Fuck that. Don't pinky promise my bitch nothing, nigga. Touching pinkies with my girl, nigga. What? I'd be mad as a bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be heated. If I look over, if we at the function, bro, and I take my eyes off my girl for a second and I look over and she pinky promising a nigga, I'm shutting everything down. I'm airing the place out, bro. It's over. What? Hell nah. Like, what the fuck do you mean they're pinky promising? Like, why are you trying to touch my girl? This is a sly way for you to try to touch my bitch. Like, you think you're low. You're not. While they were setting up the games, Ben told Brittany she looked really beautiful. What is going on? He said it felt a little weird to say, but that he checked with Angela first and was sharing it as a harmless compliment. That felt odd to us, but we assumed it was just that and moved on. They started playing, but Angela, who had looked exhausted all evening, said she needed to go to bed. She's a mom to toddlers, so that made sense. Brittany began putting the game away, but Ben asked if she wanted to keep playing two-player. She politely declined. Huh? At that point, Ben shifted into talking about his post-divorce plans. During that conversation, at least 3 times he asked Brittany about our marriage and whether we plan to stay together. Brittany had only shared some struggles with just Angela, including that separation had been discussed as a possibility. Not that we were leaning toward it. We both grew up religious, so even acknowledging divorce as an option was a big deal. He alluded to differences in libido between Brittany and me, saying he didn't understand why I wasn't all over her all the time. What the fuck? Yo, you need to fight this nigga, dog. You need to fight this nigga. You need to fight this nigga, bro. I'm not even playing. And you know I don't advocate violence, but sometimes I do. You need to fight this nigga, bro. He's trying to fuck your bitch. Like, I'm thinking, like, it was some lighthearted, like, maybe it was a little flirtatious, but he's straight up saying he not fucking you right. You need to come fuck with a real nigga. That's what he just said. And you just like, am I overreacting, Reddit? Oh, you need to go fight this nigga. Fuck that. Hell nah. He dirty macking your girl, bro. He referred to himself as a lover boy. He goes into all, yeah, this nigga listen to Drake. That's why you can't trust niggas who listen to Drake, bro. He said he a lover boy. This nigga think he Drake. And you know how Drake get with niggas bitches. Drake always trying to fuck a nigga bitch. He listen to Drake, he probably on the same shit. He don't give a fuck about you or your marriage. He really was calling you a limp dick loser 2 seconds ago. This was all happening while he was drinking, and he positioned himself physically in a way that left Brittany back into a corner of the room. What's with all the rapey shit on Reddit, bro? Reddit is the most, like, rapey place on earth, dog. Like, I swear you can't go 2 pages on Reddit without finding, like, because, you know, I like to do these videos reacting to Reddit threads and stuff. You can't go 2 threads without finding some rape shit. It's crazy. Damn. Are we misreading the situation? What the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, you deserve to get your bitch fucked. I ain't gonna lie, because what do you mean am I misreading? He said, what? She said he was alluding to differences in libido between you and your wife. If somebody's trying to dirty mac your girl, all right, I'm saying fight him. Like, don't fight him, because you'll go to jail, and it's not that deep. But, like, yo, don't, you can't fuck with that nigga, bro. For real, you can't fuck with him. He's clearly trying to fuck your girlfriend, bro. He's on the way out with the other girl. And let me see, did I read that? Are they sisters? Are these two? Yeah, this is her younger sister's boyfriend. This nigga's a sleaze bag, bro. This nigga's a sleaze. And on top of that, this makes it even worse because it's like, that's your children's auntie. So you trying to fuck on your child's auntie? You fucking the whole family up, bro. Some niggas have no morals at all. I'm done on Reddit, bro. I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later, bro. Oh, yeah, but before I go, you're not overreacting. You need to go do something to that nigga. Or go talk to him at least. Go, hey, bro, I understand you getting divorced. Don't come over here talking that shit with my wife again, bro. For real. Or we are going to have a problem. I'm telling you, that's what you got to say. Sometimes you just got to let niggas know, like, no. And you know he a sleaze bag. He don't give a fuck about nothing. He trying to fuck on his kid's auntie. He don't care about shit. Yeah, you're not overreacting, bro. As a matter of fact, you are underreacting, nigga. I'm madder than you. And this is your bitch. I'm going to stop saying bitch. I know there's probably some women watching. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just mean a girl. That's your girl, bro. Yeah, you underreacting. You need to go react some more. To be honest, get off Reddit, nigga. Asking niggas. All right. Goodbye, y'all.